In the beginning, there was only chaos and confusion. But from that chaos emerged a master builder, the author of all crafts. He existed alone in the vast expanse of the universe. He looked upon the world and saw that it was in disarray, and so he set to work to create order. With his wisdom and skill, he crafted the world into a beautiful and harmonious place. He built the mountains and valleys, the oceans and rivers, the sun and the moon. He crafted the animals and plants and gave them each a place in the world. But the author of all crafts did not stop there. He also crafted mankind. Adam and Eve, the first parents, creations of divine beauty, endowed with spiritual and intellectual qualities that set him apart from all other living beings. He was endowed with reason, creativity, and the ability to communicate and interact with others. Man was given dominion over the earth and entrusted with the responsibility to care for and steward the environment. The Creator gave them the ability to think and create, to build and to improve upon the world He had made. He gave them the tools and the knowledge to continue His work, to build upon the foundations He had laid, and so created Adam and Eve, who were the first beings lived in a paradise, where they were free from suffering and knew no evil, blissful ignorance. One day, a serpent appeared to them and whispered words of knowledge and wisdom. The serpent, a symbol of knowledge, the light-bearer, who was more crafty than any of the wild animals God had made, tempted Eve to eat from the tree of knowledge, which the Creator had forbidden them to do. He said to the woman,
"Did God really say that you can't eat from any tree in the garden?"
Well, we can eat from any tree except the one in the middle of the garden. God said that we must not eat from it or touch it, or we will surely die.
You will not die. God knows that when you eat from it, you will become like Him and know good and evil.
The serpent's words were tempting, and the woman began to question what God had said. She took some and ate it. She also gave some to her husband, who was with her, and he ate it. As a result, Adam and Eve's eyes were opened, and they realized that they were naked. They also realized that they were mortals, and that death would come to them one day. They felt a sense of shame and guilt for disobeying the Creator's command. The Creator, seeing what had happened, banished Adam and Eve from the paradise and sent them out into the world, where they would have to struggle and suffer to survive. In this bold new world, man was now the measure of all things, of things which are, that they are, and of things which are not, and they are not. The Creator also gave them the gift of self-awareness, which would allow them to understand the world around them and make their own choices. Armed with a flaming torch of reason, Adam set forth to illuminate the world. Adam thus journeyed towards enlightenment. He can be seen as a representation of the human condition and the search for understanding and meaning in life. In many religious and philosophical traditions, enlightenment is seen as a state of spiritual awakening or transcendence, in which one attains a deeper understanding of the self and the world. Adam's enlightenment journey begins with his realization of his own ignorance and limitations. He is living a mundane and superficial life, and he yearns for something more, to be like God, perhaps become a god in his own superficial way. He starts to question the meaning of life and the purpose of his existence. He also starts to reflect on his past and realize the mistakes he has made. As Adam continues on his journey, he begins to seek answers and knowledge. He starts to learn about the world and himself. He starts to understand the nature of existence and the laws of the universe. He starts to have a deeper understanding of the nature of self and the nature of God. Adam's journey is a reminder that the search for understanding and meaning in life is an ongoing process. It's a journey that requires self-reflection, self-awareness, and the willingness to be open to new ideas and perspectives. It's a journey that ultimately leads to a deeper understanding of oneself, the world, and the divine, Adam, God's apprentice. And so, like Adam, we strive to be like the author of all crafts, using our skills and wisdom to build a better world. We work with our hands and with our hearts to make something beautiful and enduring. For in doing so, we honor the memory of the author of all crafts and continue his work to bring order and harmony to the world. So let us work with diligence and faith, ever remembering that we are the inheritors of a great legacy, and that our duty is to pass it on to future generations in the same spirit and with the same care as the author of all crafts and our Father, God.